Today is Monday, September 29th, and this is the Bay Blend from WUSF. I'm Sky LeBron. Another family in the Tampa Bay area is calling for the release of someone they say was wrongfully detained by ICE. He's been in custody since May. You'll hear about that, plus some events going on in the Tampa Bay area this week, including Hobbit Day. But before that, here's the news. Let's get the storm news done off the top. The blob that was tracking near Florida late last week is now called Tropical Storm Imelda. Models show it's now steering clear of Florida's Atlantic coast and pushing back out onto the ocean, but some of those outer bands could cause some heavy rain in the area this week, along with some strong winds. The Selman Expressway is expanding. Greg Dees is with the Tampa-Hillsborough Expressway Authority. He says they're spending over $360 million to add a lane to both sides of the expressway between the Selman extension and downtown Tampa.
One of the biggest areas of congestion is in the area that we're widening, specifically between Dale Mabry and the downtown viaduct. So this project will alleviate that congestion.
The project is expected to take about 4 years. St. Petersburg Mayor Ken Welch says he's ready to talk shop with the new potential owners of the Rays. Welch called the pending sale to a group led by Jacksonville developer Patrick Zalupski a positive development. The team will be playing at Tropicana Field until at least 2028.
I think they'll probably have a future here beyond that, just given logistics, even if they do want to move. So we're looking forward to having a conversation with them about what their priorities are, what ours are.
Meanwhile, the current owner, Stuart Sternberg, wrote an open letter to fans before yesterday's final game. He said he's, quote, perfectly comfortable Zalupski will keep the team in Tampa Bay. Florida joined a bulk of the states in allowing open carry of a firearm last week, but open carry still isn't allowed at places like theme parks, schools, and bars. Max Doyle owns a pub in Punta Gorda. Here's what he had to say about the new law.
This is America. Second Amendment, it's what we sign up for. It's part of the package. I just think it should be, like you said, regulated in certain areas and it'd be okay in other areas. If I went to Publix and I saw somebody open carry, it's fine. But at a bar, that's a little different.
Visible or concealed guns aren't allowed in courthouses, airports, or meetings with lawmakers or school boards. ICE crackdowns continue throughout the country, and now a family from Manatee County is in the spotlight. Eddie Macario's family is calling for his release after he was detained by ICE after a traffic stop in May. WUSF's Nancy Guan was at the media conference where his loved ones spoke along with community organizers. So Nancy, give me the lowdown. What's the latest on Eddie's case?
So Eddie is currently being held at the Broward Transitional Center in Pompano Beach, Florida, and he's waiting for his next immigration hearing, which hasn't been scheduled yet. Community organizers and his wife told me that that's when the judge will decide whether or not Eddie can continue staying in the U.S. or if he'll be deported back to his home country of Guatemala. Ruth Beltran from the Tampa Bay Immigration Solidarity Network is one of the people who spoke at the press conference, and this is what she had to say.
We plead for Eddie to be returned to his family. They need him now more than ever. His sick wife needs him, his children need him, and his community needs him.
And what's his family saying about this?
So I talked to Benita Cantero, Eddie's wife, and she told me that her situation is actually pretty dire. She's dealing with an autoimmune disease called liver cirrhosis, and she actually needs a liver transplant. So she hasn't been working since 2023 when she was diagnosed. So Eddie has been the main caretaker and breadwinner for her and her 2 young children. She told me that her son asks her often whether or not his father will come home, and this is what she said.
Ya va a regresar. Ya va a llegar. Solo le digo.
So there, Benita is saying that she tells her son that his father is coming home, but she's actually not sure. So Benita, who doesn't have legal status either, she actually applied for a T visa for both her and her husband, and that's given to people who are victims of abusive labor practices. So she's hoping the judge will take into consideration that that application is still going on. She's also hoping that the courts will take sympathy on their situation and make the humanitarian decision and let Eddie stay.
If you want to read more about Eddie's current legal situation, you can at WUSF.org. Nancy, thank you so much for the time.
Thanks, Guy.
Did you know that Bilbo and Frodo Baggins from The Hobbit have canon birthdays? They were both born on September 22nd. Interesting that they even use our calendar system. I didn't even know that Lord of the Rings takes place on Earth, but hey, you learn something new every day. Anyways, Jack's London Grill is late to celebrate, but they're holding a Hobbit Day event tomorrow. They'll have a Hobbit-themed menu, games and prizes, and photo ops with a Hobbit twist, and they'll have the music to match. Hey, you only turn 11 once. Sparkman Wharf in Tampa is celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month with Publix on Wednesday, or Hispanic Heritage 2.5 months, as I like to call it. I'm not getting over that. Publix will be at the wharf giving out samples of food and drinks, custom apparel, and making flower bouquets. Are you even a true Floridian if you don't have a piece of clothing with the Publix logo on it? You could change that here. The event gets going at 3 and lasts until 7. And by the way, it's almost hockey season again. The Lightning have already played a decent number of preseason games, and this week they have 2 more. They take on the defending champs and rival, the Florida Panthers, on Tuesday at the Kia Center in Orlando. That's a cool neutral site. Then they're back at the stadium formerly known as Amalie Arena on Thursday against the Panthers again. It's now Benchmark International Arena. It'll be hard for me to say that consistently until there's a cool nickname for it. What do you guys think about the bench? I kind of like that. Anyways, the Bolts open the regular season at home on October 9th against the Ottawa Senators. By the way, another crazy Bucks game. They fall short. My prediction was right. They lost to the Philadelphia Eagles, but I don't feel too good about being right about that prediction. That's another Bay Blend and another week that we can use to improve ourselves. Or you know what? Just keep doing what you're doing. I trust you're doing fine. By the way, today is the launch of our new daily show on WUSF 89.7. It's called Florida Matters Live and Local. It's on at noon today. If you have some time, check it out. Or if you can't listen live, it'll be wherever you get your podcasts as well. Anyways, I'm out of here. Have a great day, and I'll catch you tomorrow.